this is Olive Destiny, and in this video I'll be sharing with you all exactly how I did my mom's feed in braids before we left to go on vacation. I decided to go ahead and set up my camera equipment since I was about to braid her hair anyway. I was like, hey, I may as well get footage of this. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. She freshly shampooed and conditioned her hair, and then I went ahead and blow dried her hair off camera, which is when I decided that I wanted to record this video.
It's just convenient. Just slap it on and go.
She said, don't let these wigs fool you now.
That's
I
right.
got hair. Tell them
What's up, dude?
So I purchased 3 packs of the X-Pression Braiding Hair in 1B. This one is, I believe, anywhere from 82 to 84 inches. I'll put the exact length here on the screen or in my description box. I went ahead and cut their hair in half right where the rubber band is, and then I just kind of began to kind of pluck at the, or pull at the braiding hair to kind of make it more like feathered instead of being so blunt. That way, you know how feed in braids are. It'll fade to being like skinny towards the end of the braid. Even when you think you're like plucked enough, keep just pulling and threading at it. So I go ahead and I separate out anywhere from 8 to 10 sections, and I just place those anywhere convenient for me near my braiding area. I had a wig drying at the same time, so I took advantage of those T-pins and then my nephew's riding horse. So I'm going to go ahead and begin sectioning off for the braiding, and I kind of picked a center spot to where I wanted all of the braids to kind of extend out from. So just decide if you like yours to come out from the center, the left, or the right. And then I just kind of braid it from that center point. It gives it kind of like a, I don't know, some kind of symmetry. So I take like that first piece is like barely a piece of hair that you're going to use, and then I kind of feed that in with one piece of my mom's hair, and I just continue braiding. As you see me reach back and forth over the camera, I decided not to edit that out because that'll help you all to see about how many pieces I added in to each individual braid. Like I said, it was anywhere from 8 to 10. I wasn't too specific about it, just kind of making sure that the braids were the same size. And I'm just being sure to keep the hair from getting tangled towards the ends. And also I was kind of reaching for some Softee gel at some points, and then other times I would just use some foaming mousse to keep my mom's hair nice and sleek, and then also to ensure that the braid was like nice and smooth as well and not a single strand of hair was out of place. Okay, so for this next one I have things kind of slowed down for you all and a little more zoomed in. So I'm just kind of braiding, and then I pick up a piece of hair, and as far as the pieces that I add in, as you go like towards adding in maybe piece like 5, 6, 7, 8, the pieces get larger as you go back. So you start off with a really small piece that you're feeding in, and then they get larger. And the placement of my hand is kind of like, keep in mind that I'm left-handed, so where you may feed in the hair, you may be holding yours in the right hand at that position. So for me, it's kind of like when my pointing finger and my thumb is perfectly in like a pinching type of motion, or when it's like my thumb and my index finger are kind of stacked together. So that's when I will feed the hair in. So on this side here, I decided to kind of lay the edges after the braid was already done. But you'll see when we get to that left side that I decided to lay the edges before braiding the hair down. That way, once I've laid the edges, I can ensure that I'm grabbing all of those other pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces of hair. So yeah, I caught it. Alright, so we're sectioning off for the last 2 braids at this point. I thought we were going to have 8, but by the time we got over to the other side, I was like, nah, Mama, you're gonna have like 7. So I'm applying some of the Ebin New York 24-hour edge timer. That way I have the hair nice and sleek before we braid, and I don't have to worry about trying to smooth it out after the hair is already braided down, if that makes sense. And I just tried different things like trial and error, you know, so I was kind of overlapping that with the foaming mousse. Some people may say that I'm probably heavy with the products, but here's my thing. I braided my mom's hair on March the 10th. I'm currently doing this voiceover on March the 22nd, and my mom has yet to take her hair down, so use how much product you want to use, girl, but my mama's still wearing her braids, so you know, like anyways, just lay and slay your edges however you would like, and I'm just doing that before, like I said, that way I won't worry about trying to stick any pieces that may have been left out into the braid afterwards, you know. Okay, so I'm sectioning out a very small piece of hair, and you see I'm kind of putting the weave, the little braiding hair in front of that, and then I'm holding one piece of my mom's hair, and then the other 2 legs is the braiding hair. Mind you, also, this isn't a tutorial on exactly how to braid, but I tend to just explain things because, you know, I kind of can't help it. So next, I'm going to go ahead and grab another piece of hair. You see my pointer finger and my thumb is kind of in that pinching, or we'll just call it a pinching motion, okay? Then I put the hair right there, and then I kind of wrap it around. and that kind of tucks it up under the hair, so that's why you can't really detect where it really is. And then you see that the pieces are getting larger as I go. So I don't really have like a add in the hair then braid like that. It's just, I can't really explain it that in depth, but it just kind of becomes a thing when you do it that you kind of understand. And then I'm just being sure to keep the hair from getting tangled as well, so that I won't even have to like start all the way over and all of that stuff. By the time I got to this last braid, I was really like on a roll with it, and I was like, okay, I got the hang of it now. And I've done a feed in braid video before, so if you've seen that one, then you can kind of see like me getting better with it if you watch both videos, like that old one that I had compared to this one. And I also didn't want to edit out the parts of me kind of reaching back and things like that, like I said, because I want you all to see when I'm reaching to pick up more pieces of hair, if you all want to count exactly how many I may have used. And also, this clip is in real time the entire time for me braiding down this braid. That way you all can see what it looks like in real time, and you won't assume that I did this in 9 minutes. I edited to 9 minutes, girl. It took about an hour and a half. So when I'm getting close to where my mom's hair ends, I'm gonna just pretty much slap on a good amount of the foaming. The foam stuff. What's the name of it? I can't even think of it at the moment. Anyway, but that just ensures, for me, I was like, I don't want anyone to be able to detect where my mom's hair ends and then where the braiding hair is. But not only that, I didn't want it to really slip out, so I was just kind of pretty much just slapping on the foaming mousse stuff at this point. So yeah, and that just ensured that the braid was going to be really like nice and sleek and smooth and all of that good stuff. Also, disclaimer, because I know you all see the gray hair, I don't care what y'all usually say about me, but don't come from my mom at all, period. Y'all know I don't play that. But my mom, when she asked me to braid her hair down, it was for a vacation, and her exact words was literally, I don't care, like, no. I said, you want me to rinse your hair first? And she was like, no, I just want my hair up and out of the way for this vacation. So I listened to what my mom said. She didn't want to rinse, so I didn't give her a rinse. We just braided her hair up. So after I was done with all of the braids, I was beginning to massage oil into my mom's scalp, but she was like, no, girl, I'm gonna get some oil sheen. So I was like, okay. I went ahead and just applied the foaming mousse all over her braids. You can sit under the dryer for about 5 or 6 minutes with this, but I just decided to use the handheld blow dryer really quickly and just dry the foaming mousse to kind of seal everything together. I snipped away at any loose, straggly pieces of hair, but not in the portion of my mom's hair, only towards the ends, you know. After that, we boiled some hot water on the stove, and then we dipped the ends into that, and then we just kind of squeezed that out with a towel and let them hang to dry. So this footage that you're seeing now, I didn't get clips that exact day when I finished her hair, but this is just a few clips of my mom's hair while we were on vacation. And I know you may see some of the straggly pieces at this point, but that's because my nephew, my mom's grandson, he liked my mom's braids, so he would just kind of pull at them and play with them and different things like that. So yeah, I have a clip of that as well, you know, so disclaimer. Anywho, questions or comments, leave all of that down below. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and as always, I thank you all so much for watching. Okay.
Cold outside.
Wave bye.
Got to go right.
Wave bye.
What?
Lincoln likes grandma's braids. I'm getting footage of this just in case someone says, oh, her hair is only messed up after 2 days. This is why. The quality of my work is good, but grandmas let their grandson do whatever they want, and then your braids end up like this. And if you all would like to see how my mom braided my hair last summer, or just more braid tutorials on my channel, I'll have a few of them listed in my description box below.